Sometimes I need to listen.
I want to give her a hug. Hello everybody, what's up? My name is AsterKatt and welcome back to Five Nights at Freddy's Security Breach. You may wonder what the look on my face is for, or why I sound a little bit more off-tone than usual. And the answer is actually a very, very funny story. So, we have officially completed Security Breach. Hooray! We're done! In terms of getting all the endings, however, I said I wanted to go back and get all of the collectibles, and that is what I sat down to do tonight. I've been recording for an hour and a half, and I just realized that I never started recording the game footage. So now all I have is an hour and a half of me talking to myself without any gameplay to go with it. I learned a lesson today. Make sure you set your recording software to record your gameplay footage. Don't be an idiot. Anyway, no use in lamenting over it. I don't know what I'm going to do about that. However, for now, I'm just going to recap you with what we did. We got some new upgrades. I got another flashlight upgrade. I got this hoodie, which apparently I googled it in the middle of recording, and it increases your stealth, which makes it harder for bots to find you, so that's pretty cool. If we go to food, we got all of the Fizzy Fazzes to get the Fizzy Fazz achievement. Woo! Which apparently these increase your stamina as you collect them, so that's pretty cool. We just collected some more random trophies, nothing too exciting. The cool thing though, thankfully I realized that I wasn't recording the game before we got the last one, but I've been going around collecting all the retro CDs I could find, and now we have 15 of them, and I learned there are 16. So we have one more left to get, and it is in the AsterKatt. So that's what we're going to do now. We also went and we played Monty Golf in the Monty Golf area, so that's pretty exciting. I played it twice. There are actually some really cool features to that game, such as like when we went around the actual golf game, there were different like Freddy Fazbear's locations and different like references to past games, and it was honestly just a really cool concept. But we did that to get the achievement under par, which I now have. So we have the Fizzy Fazz upgrade, we have the under par, or not Fizzy Fazz upgrade, we have the Fizzy Fazz achievement, the under par achievement. We have just collected a bunch of various notes. Nothing too exciting, honestly. Mostly just like Princess Quest messages. Anyways, so I've been going around collecting achievements. We went into the daycare theater and we, what did we do in the daycare theater? We, shot the performing bot to get an achievement for that, which was cool. Hi, Chica. Bye, Chica. And actually, you may be wondering why I was going around and getting all of the achievements, and actually, I just decided that I wanted to get all of the achievements. There's the last disc, and I'm going to talk before I actually get it. But I decided I wanted to get all of the achievements, which is very important for you guys to know, because there is one achievement, I think I can put it up on the screen here, that is called Hide and Seek. And what you need to do to get this quote-unquote hide and seek achievement is beat the entire game without using a hiding spot once. And I thought that would be fun to do. However, I don't want to record 8 hours of footage and then cut it down because I'm going to be totally honest, I just do not have the time for that. That's not a possibility, but I was thinking maybe perhaps that would be something that we could live stream. We could hang out while I do that, and I thought it could be fun, so I just thought I would throw that out there. It's not planned yet. It'll probably be on a Saturday evening. But yeah, I think that's about all we did. I'm going to grab this disc now. We're going to move on with our lives. Gonna get this retro CD, and now I have all 16. Great. I have all 16. Now what? Also, wait, 16. That's the same as the 16 tapes from Help Wanted. I did not think about that until just this moment. Alright, so we're gonna go see if we can find a place where we can play these. My first thought is actually up here, to see if we can play them up here. And if that doesn't work, my second thought is the place down in the service elevator hallway, or not service elevator. You know, the one hall that we were at in like the beginning of the game. It doesn't seem like we can play them up here. With the one like videotape almost, like the video player. Which doesn't make sense because these are CDs, but that was just all glitchy and staticky, and it was there for a reason, I'm assuming. So that is my next guess. If that doesn't work, I'm gonna head to the place where we got the old CD that played this, and see if I can play it there. And if none of those work, I'm going to Google it to see if these are playable at all. And if they're not, I'm going to be very, very, very sad. Oh, and the singing room. Every time I talk about this, I forget the singing room. I need to see if that is another place that I need to check. I want to see if the singing room will let me play them. Actually, I might do that first, because I keep forgetting. That's probably my best bet, because that's a mystery that we have not solved yet. Oh, please work, please work, please work, please work. Phaser Blaster wouldn't do anything, but will the camera? I didn't mean to press that. This is the room from Sister Location. Yeah, we can play them there. But there's the lamp, there's the clock, Freddy and Friends on Tour, the exotic butters. This is really cool. Can I shut this? This is kind of stressing me. Okay, whatever. Okay.
Hello, Vanessa. How are you feeling today? You look a little tired. Well, it's been a while since we last spoke. How's your anxiety been? You did so well with your calming protocols when we first worked together. Are you still using those? Yes? Okay, good. Well, now I understand there's a new issue. It came on just recently? Rather suddenly? Can you tell me about it?
What issue? I've been doing my job. I come in and sit at my desk and do my work.
Yes, of course you do. Your performance reviews are good. But a routine check of your online history has revealed that you've spent quite a bit of time with someone in an encrypted conversation. We have transcripts, and I've read them. But it's not clear what you're talking about in these conversations. I can't make sense of it. You must be getting something from these that I'm not getting, right? Who are you talking to in these?
No one. Sometimes I talk with Lewis.
Lewis!
He's in the marketing department. He's nice, I guess.
Yes, I see Lewis here. But there's someone else.
It's definitely William Afton. Is that it?
Good morning.
No,
Isn't
there's
it
more.
A pretty day? No? What's the matter? Oh, right. Too bright. I'll pull the shades. Better? When the shade's pulled, it feels like we're in a cubbyhole or a cave? Yeah? So you're not talking to me again today? This isn't all that productive, you know. Don't you think the sessions are more successful when you talk to me? You know, everyone associated with this company gets performance reviews, right? When my sessions don't get results, my reviews aren't very good. If you don't want to talk for your own sake, how about for mine? You don't want me to get in trouble, do you? I could be put in the corner for a timeout. Yeah, you think that's funny, huh? Hi, go ahead. Sit down.
I don't know you. What happened to...
Oh, we'll get to know each other in no time. I've read through all your files, so I feel like we've been talking for weeks. I feel like I know your dad, too. Bill, right? Your dad's name was Bill? I'm sorry, what did you say?
I try to do what I'm supposed to do.
I know you do. Your supervisor notes that you follow instructions perfectly. Your dad made you follow instructions, didn't he? I'm talking about the custody battle between your mum and your dad. Your dad didn't play fair, did he? He used to make your mum look bad in court. I'm so sorry that happened to you. Do you want to talk about how that felt? I suppose I don't need you to tell me it felt bad to have a parent scare you into saying things that weren't true. He manipulated you. It wasn't your fault. It's really sad, but it's common for one parent to use their child to hurt the other parent. I know your mum after she lost the custody case.
I was supposed to be a good girl.
What happened to her had nothing to do with you, even though it was your testimony that did it. Was that testimony true? No, I didn't think so. But your dad is to blame, not you.
What is wrong with this therapist? Oh my god. At least that, I mean, I'm assuming that's the vibe we're getting from here. What is wrong with you? My brain is like spinning with thoughts.
No? What's the problem? Oh, the flowers? Yes, these are particularly fragrant today, aren't they? I'll move them. There. Now, let's see. What are you looking at? You're amazingly alert, aren't you? All right. Well, I'd like to have you tell me about yourself. But I can see that you're not going to do that. Or are you? All right then. If you aren't going to talk to me, I'll just go by these notes. You just sit there and be comfy. Or not. That chair doesn't really fit you, does it? Well, this won't take long. Let's see. Your previous counselor is no longer available. Does that bother you? No? You don't look surprised to see me sitting here instead of your last therapist. Well, then, let's get to it. I'll admit that some of what's in your file is a little surprising. Overall, you don't come across as a troublemaker. But if you read between the lines, it's clear that you have a little rebellious side, right? And I'm surprised by your knowledge of computers. You're something of a phenom. Do you know what that word means? It means you have unusual skill.
Why are you talking to her like she's a child?
I assume you know what a hacker is. Yes? Do you think of yourself as a hacker?
Huh, why would you ask? I hate these people. Anyways.
Good morning, Vanessa. Let's jump right in, shall we? I got a message last night about you, and I have to be honest, it was upsetting. Apparently, the IT department has put together a pretty lengthy report chronicling non-job-related communications that have been coming to your computer.
William Afton.
The fact that you're still doing something obviously not work-related on the job is disturbing enough. But what bothers me about what I read is that the messages you're getting seem very manipulative in nature. Do you know who I'm talking about?
I get a lot of messages from friends. I like when Lewis writes to me. He's funny.
I'm not talking about Lewis. You know who I'm talking about. Why won't you open up about it? What you might not know is that this person who's been sending you messages has been hacking into your personal files too. These are the same files I have here. These files are full of details about your life. Do you know what that means?
I'm not in the tech department. I just type on the computers.
I know that. But what matters here is that this person who is contacting you knows a lot about you.
Lots of people know more than I do. Sometimes I need to listen.
I want to give her a hug.
Good morning. It's good to meet you.
A third?
I've read your file, so I'm up to speed on what you and your previous therapists have worked on. Sure, you can have a candy. I'll have one too. You look chill sitting there like that. Not a care in the world, huh? All right. Well, I'd like to start by talking about your parents. What happened to them and you was tragic. But when I looked through the notes, I didn't get a sense that you've processed that emotionally. When I read your account of what happened, it came across as, well, more of an objective rather than a subjective narrative. Oh, sorry. You don't know what that means.
Why is everyone
do you?
speaking to her like she's an idiot?
What I mean is that the way you told the story is more like you were reading something from a book than you were talking about your own past.
I'm pretty sure she's taken English classes
That
at
makes
this
me
point.
think you've cut yourself off from it. Is that right? Not sure? Well, I see in your file that you spend a lot of time by yourself and are good at self-dialogue. You know what I mean? Asking yourself questions and getting answers. So maybe you should ask yourself how you really feel about your past. Maybe you should give yourself a chance to really look at what happened and let yourself be upset about it. So you can let it go.
So I'm being so quiet during this. I'm genuinely just thinking a lot, and I don't want to interrupt this with my thoughts, but because I don't want to miss anything. But also the main thing I'm thinking is that these people suck and I hate them, and Vanessa. Also, Lewis is great. I love Lewis.
Hi, Vanessa. Would you like a candy? Butterscotch today.
No, thank you. Those have 35 calories apiece.
Well, they taste good to me. Okay, I thought we could do something today that will help us get to know one another better. It looks like you've never taken an ink blot test, right? No? Okay. Then I'm going to show you some ink blots.
Stereotypical.
Like this one. And I want you to tell me the first thing it makes you think of. Here we go. What do you see here?
A treehouse.
It does look sort of like a treehouse, doesn't it? Do you like treehouses?
I like to sit outside and read.
That's good. Now, what about this one?
A beetle.
Really? Looks like a face to me.
That's okay.
That's very interesting.
Okay.
Have you thought more about what we talked about? In our last session, you told me you were sad and scared about what happened to you. I suggested you write down exactly what made you so sad and scared. Did you do that? You know, I work with people of all ages, from little kids to the very elderly, and everyone reacts to tragedy differently.
True.
Tragedy always leads to a feeling of loss. It's a hole that feels funny, right? Yeah. So, if you could process those feelings, how do you think it would affect your fantasies? Would you keep them in the way they are? What are you doing? Oh, you like those? I do too. They smell so sweet.
Such a reoccurring theme of
Apparently, the janitor on this floor has a garden and has been putting bouquets in the offices here for years. Do you ever grow things? No?
I work a lot.
I know you do. Maybe more than you should. More free time would do you good. Do you have a hobby? No? Perhaps we could find one for you, like a sport. No? I have a craft space in my basement. Maybe I could come up with something you could learn to do.
I don't like dark basements.
Fair enough. Don't blame you for that.
I'd say make yourself comfortable, but I think you already are. It looks like you could take a nap. That's a nice chair, isn't it? According to these message logs, you've been working pretty late over the last couple of weeks. Or not working. Are you ready to talk about who you're interacting with? From what I can see here, the interaction is getting more serious. Is it distracting you from your work?
My work is important. There's a non-disclosure agreement.
Fascinating. I don't want these to end.
Good morning, Vanessa. Well, I can't blame you for looking out the window instead of listening to me. It's a gorgeous day, isn't it?
I like the blue sky.
So do I. Now, let's see what we can get done on this nice sunny day. Okay, here we go. I know part of your job requires you to do online searches, but a routine audit of your search history has revealed that you're doing a little private searching on company time. Is that right?
I get breaks.
That's true. So, on your breaks, It looks like you were shopping for a costume. You purchased some fake fur material. What are you gonna make? What was that? Did you say the costume is a secret? Why is that?
I can't talk about this. He said he would always be watching. He could be here, or there, or anywhere in between.
Are you talking about your dad? Have those feelings come up again? I hate sounding like a broken record, but this is something you really need to resolve if you're ever going to be happy.
I have. I compartmentalized him. He's locked away.
No, that's not what I mean.
Oh boy.
You can't just ignore an issue. You have to face your memory of the experiences and process them so you can let it go. So you don't get triggered anymore. You can use a sort of self-dialogue to release these things.
I don't like doing that.
Well, okay. We'll get back to that. I'd really like to know something about this costume. What's it for?
I don't like what I'm thinking right
I
now.
understand you'll be transferring to a different location soon. I'll be sorry to see you go. I think we've been making progress. Don't you? You can request to come back and speak with me more on your own time, though. Did you know that? Our sessions don't have to be company mandated. I have all sorts of clients, Vanessa. I don't just work with corporations. I work with individuals and small groups. I even work in schools. I'm wherever I'm needed.
I'm needed somewhere else now. Thank you.
Oh, this is just so sad, man.
When I'm getting to know a new client, I like to start by finding out directly from them what they like to do. How do you spend all the time you have? Nothing. Well, how do you feel about sports? You like sports? Yeah? No? Oh, I get it. You like to watch them, but not play them. You like being inside, don't you? I get that. Lots of weird stuff outdoors, isn't there? Yeah, I understand. Well, I hate to do this right off the bat, but I've been directed to ask you about this. Apparently, I'm the 4th therapist you've had. And apparently, all 3 of your former therapists have gone missing. Or 2 of them are missing. I don't want to scare you, but I have to tell you that one of them was found dead. That doesn't seem to upset you. Well, then I guess I'll go ahead and tell you that the woman's body was pretty messed up. It looked like it was mangled by machinery. That doesn't bother you either? It's all pretty strange, I think. I'm not clear on the circumstances. Apparently the police don't have any evidence. How does all of this make you feel? Maybe I should be watching my back. Yeah, that's funny, isn't it? Okay, shall we move on to something lighter?
Fascinating. Fascinating.
Do you know a place called Freddy Fazbear's Mega Pizzaplex? I'll take your silence as a yes. And besides, I know you know it, because the technicians who work for Pizzaplex know you. Or rather, I guess it would be better to say that they think they do. They report that they've caught you on camera, or at least it appears to be you. Nothing to say about that? Well, the techs are convinced that you've hacked into their system many times. Although, I'll admit I don't see any proof here. Seems like they have more of a gut feeling than fact. But apparently, the hacks are causing all kinds of problems. You get a kick out of that? The idea of techs running around like chickens with their heads cut off? Yeah, that's a funny image, isn't it? But seriously, I have to say that I think it's weird that you'd spend so much time in such a busy, social place. You seem like more of a loner to me.
That's rude.
Lots of time by yourself instead of with friends. Lots of time talking to
Like,
yourself.
that's not wrong, but...
Right? Is it the electronics you like? I saw in your file that you have developed software programs that talk to you in repeat phrases, right? The program asks you questions and prompts you for responses. It's kind of like your own self-therapy, isn't it? Another way of talking to yourself to work things out, right? When I saw some of your recent encrypted conversation logs, that's what I thought I was looking at. It felt like I was watching someone go back and forth in their own head. But the text found something that's different than that. When I read what they found, at first, I thought I was looking at more examples of you just talking with yourself. Then I realized it was different. When I study this, it sounds like there is someone else responding to you. Who is it?
William Afton, I'm assuming. Like, I know that sounds like the obvious
I saw
answer,
some
but...
ink blot test results in your file.
Are you another
I
new
like
person?
ink blot tests. You want to do one?
You
Yes?
sound different.
Okay. How about this one? What do you see? What? You want to hold it? Okay. You think it's a mask? It reminds you of a mask? Like a disguise? Yeah, I can see that. You like the idea of being disguised? Disguises let you be sort of invisible, don't they? You can get away with almost anything when you're invisible, can't you?
Invisible, the
you like
animatronics
that
can't
idea?
see her.
Huh? Well, okay. Moving on. I have another report we need to talk about. Apparently, the techs were reviewing communications going in and out of this building, and they came across some interesting things. They say you were in communication with someone. Or maybe something. Pretty strange. What do you think about that? Nothing? Well, the techs say it looked to them like it was an attempt to manipulate you, or maybe to lure you somewhere. There, that's better. On this side of the desk, I can see your eyes. The thing is, when I read the communications, I get something different out of them. I don't think you're being manipulated here. I think you're the one doing the manipulating. No comment? Huh? Okay. Then how about this? I have this still shot the techs pulled from the security footage that recorded you in the Pizzaplex. That's you, isn't it? I know this image is distorted, but I think it looks like you. And you're not alone here. You're talking to someone. Or something. It's hard to tell. What are those things? They almost look like rabbit ears. What? You find that amusing? Well, I guess it is.
Last one.
I got another message from the techs at the Pizzaplex. I'm afraid it's about you again. The techs have been struggling to fix some serious glitches with the robots. I'm not sure what exactly is wrong, except that it's making the robots more eerie than entertaining. You like that? Eerie instead of entertaining? Thanks, but it's really not that funny. Apparently, the glitch extended beyond the robots. It went system-wide. It began infecting all the machines, and when the techs traced the glitch back to its origin, it led them to you. I'm not going to pretend to understand everything I'm reading here, but what I get is that the system-wide glitch was like a cascade that was broadcasting a very dangerous message. While the techs were trying to reprogram the system to remove the glitch, the source of the glitch shifted. You'll have to excuse me, I'm not all that familiar with computer programming, so I might get this wrong, but what I understand is that the glitch stopped being a glitch and turned into an intentional set of subroutines that were aimed at creating the same thing the glitch created. Those subroutines seem to have come from you. Can you explain that? Listen, I'm on your side here. Our sessions are just between you and me. The techs can't prove what they think, so you're not in trouble. I just thought you could tell me what you're trying to do. Maybe if we could get to the bottom of that, it could help you. What do you think? Still not talking? All right.
Shut up, Roxy.
Well, then let's do this. Why don't we talk about the research I did in your past, shall we? Some therapists think they should only focus on information they get from their clients, but some therapists, like me, think it's helpful to find out about clients from other sources. Wanna guess what I found out when I looked into the tragedy of your past? All that stuff about your parents? You aren't even gonna look at me? Fine. You can look at the floor all you want. But it won't change the fact that none of what you said in your file about your parents was true. The truth is, you had great parents, a great childhood. Why did you lie? Look at me. Tell me why you lied. Well, I can understand why you might feel angry about the way I just confronted you. Why don't we come back to this another day? You're shaking your head as though that's not going to happen.
Okay. I'm gonna go save real quick, and then we're gonna talk about that. Okay, so I pulled up the transcripts just so that I could review them again while we discuss what the heck that was. First thing I wanted to note is the differences in the numbers. So we have, oh gosh, I think I need my Fnaf notebook for this. So I noticed while we were listening that there were at least 2 different numbers. So let me just quickly jot that down, I guess. So we have 7139, and then we have 4672. Are those the same? 417. Oh, okay. So there's a pattern that makes it easy. Yeah, I was gonna say it looks like this might not all be Vanessa, because it doesn't seem like anyone talks in the 4-6 videos. Good morning, pretty day. Oh, it's too bright. Okay. 4-6, bright lights. So the thing is that 46 does not seem to be talking. So I mentioned a few times that I was like, it sounds like you're talking to a child. And at that point I didn't make the connection that they might be 2 different people. So I'm wondering if maybe that string of, why are you talking like you're a child, is a child, which sounds so weird and I don't like it, but okay, so this is 4-6. So 4-6 likes candy, going along with that child theme. Yeah, okay, so, well, more of an objective rather than a subjective narrative. Oh, sorry, you don't know what that means, do you? And I made the whole, Vanessa would have taken English classes, but if it was a child, they wouldn't have. If you could process those feelings, how do you think it would affect your fantasies? Okay, yeah. 46 definitely seems like a child. Make yourself comfortable. Looks like you could take a nap. That's a nice chair, so Vanessa fits into the chair. Yep, okay. So very much parallels between the 2 of them, considering the contrasting back and forth. Shopping for a costume. That's obviously Vanny. Costume's a secret. He said he would always be watching. I'm assuming that's William Afton, obviously. And then, are you talking about your dad? This is where I started to get afraid of something. So the fact that Vanessa does not deny that is really something you need to resolve if you're ever going to be happy. I compartmentalized him. He's locked away. That specific phrasing of he's locked away, I'm assuming is literal rather than like, mental, I locked him away in the corner of my brain and pretend he's not there. No, he's literally locked in like that recharge tube at this point, I'm thinking. But the issue is that we were talking about her dad. which would tie her to the Afton family, and I don't know how I feel about that. The idea of being disguised. So that reminds me of both Vanny and someone else who I'm starting to think might be more tied in than I originally wanted to think. Okay, well, many thoughts. I have to say the main things that I'm thinking about that are, because, why I hate this series so much. But, like, I feel like they could be different people, but also it could just, like some people have apparently inferred, or assumed, that it could be, you know, alter ego, I guess, because, like, the whole thing about the parents is weird, but the parents thing is confusing me the most, because a lot of it seems to remind me of Elizabeth. The whole bright lights thing and being underground for, you know, forever. The candy thing's a bit iffy, but the whole, rebellious side, the whole parental thing feels a bit, I don't remember, there was something, anyways, the fact that Vanessa could be an Afton is I'm spinning in my chair. The fact that Vanessa could be an Afton is what's bugging me. And then, of course, I feel like if you're talking about, you know, Client 46, I guess they're called, if you're talking about a child, you could be like, oh, it's, I feel like the immediate assumption would be like, oh, it's Gregory, because, you know, child. I don't know. I have a lot of thoughts, but no thoughts at all at the same time. I'll have to think about this review for a little while. Maybe see what some other people think. Maybe watch some theory videos. But, I mean, I think that's where we're going to end the video for today. We got all the CDs. Yeah, that was really interesting. I am so glad that we did that. I know my reactions probably weren't that entertaining because I was honestly just thinking the whole time. I'll probably have to actually think through my thoughts more to actually get somewhere with that. Maybe jot down some more stuff, read over that, listen to it like 8 bajillion times. Boy. Oh, this is interesting. I need to look into Fnaf AR again, too. I have a lot to do. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. I really appreciate it. Let me know what you think about possibly live streaming, replaying the entire game for the hide and seek achievement. I would be really down to do that, even if nobody really shows up. I don't know. I think it could be fun. That was really, really, really interesting. I'm really, really glad we did that. Anyways, I'm still deciding what game to play next now that we're finishing Security Breach. I am still playing Amori, so I don't really want to play another RPG right now at the same time. I kind of want to have some contrasting stuff, so maybe another similar horror game. So feel free to leave any suggestions in the comments because I don't really know, honestly, and I would be happy to see what you guys would be interested in watching. We could also delve into some FNAF fan games because the only ones I've seen are The Joy of Creation and Day Shift at Freddy's. Long story. Anywho, I'm gonna go to bed now. Thank you so much for watching. I really, truly appreciate it, and I will see you next time.